which leads to the next thing that I wanted to tell you about. So when people hear something like, oh, home business opportunity, build a business or whatever, they're thinking, okay, I'm already busy. I don't want something that's going to make me busier than I already am. Well, residual money, because it's leveraged, that is the antidote to being busy. It's not to make you busier than you already are. It's to free up your time so you can take control of your time back. And when you take control of your time, that's your life. Your life is your time. So when you take control of your time back, you're taking control of your life back. That's what anything to do with residual money, leveraged money, that's exactly what it's for. It's the antidote to being so damn busy. You have to get started doing something, even if it's just a few minutes a day. I started with 20 minutes a day, and because it's residual, that's all it took. It built on top of itself. It wasn't 20 minutes and then I try to recreate what I already did that first 20 minutes and so on and so forth. No, I build upon those efforts and things add up and then things multiply. And eventually I'm free. It took me personally, it took 2.5 years to achieve that milestone of freedom and independence and no longer needing a job anymore and being covered financially anyway. So when you're looking at something with the residual income, realize it is the antidote to you being so insanely busy. If you want to break that never-ending circular pattern of going nowhere, working so many hours and working so hard, you have to start doing something in your spare time, or make time up, or just go to bed a few minutes later, wake up a few minutes early every day, or work during your lunch break at work. Even if it's just a few minutes a day, you've got to start doing something that is leveraged at least a few minutes a day if you ever expect to get out of that really frustrating, never-ending pattern of going nowhere, that hamster wheel paycheck. Okay, spent a few minutes on that because that's important. Here's a happy note. Someone said, I like working for myself. I love what I do, and the kids love me. Right on. Ooh, perfect follow-up question to the last one from a different person. But how do I fit this into a hugely busy schedule? Here's a really cool exercise that I want you to do that's going to help you out a lot. So you take out a sheet of paper, divide it into 2 columns, just draw a line down the center. And in the left column, put down my top priorities, and then in the right column, put down what I actually do with my time, like, daily life. So label it top priorities, and then call it real life. I don't know. So your top priorities are going to have maybe 2, 3, 4 things in it. And for most people, you pick what it is for you. For most people, it's going to be a spiritual side. It's going to be finances because you're broke. I don't know. Your time, your family, your kids, whatever your priorities are, just put that down there. And then on the other side, your real life side, audit your day from the time that you wake up to the time that you go to bed. What do you typically do on a typical day? And this list for everybody, it's always much longer. For some people, it's a dozen things. At minimum, it's a dozen. For some people, it's 100 things. But just write everything down. And then what I want you to do is I want you to start drawing lines from everything that's on the real life side to the priority side. Like, go one at a time, look at it. Does this have anything to do with my priorities? And then draw a line to which priority it has something to do with. And then for everything on the real life side that does not meet a priority, this is where you got to start getting real with yourself. If you want to gain freedom of your time and control of your time, and you want time to, you want to have time every day, even if it's just 20 minutes or an hour a day, to put towards building a residual income so that you can become a free human being, then you got to start crossing stuff off of that column of the real life column. Stuff that has nothing to do with your priorities. They could be really good things, but until your priorities are balanced and thriving, in my personal view, if you ever expect to have these priority things in alignment and balancing and thriving, then you haven't earned the right to do these things over here that have nothing to do with your priorities. You haven't earned the right yet, so cross them off, and maybe you can bring some of them back later once your priorities are thriving. So for everybody that I know that's ever done this exercise, there's a lot of things in this column, the real life column, that they can get rid of that have nothing to do with their priorities. They get rid of them one by one. they're gone. Serious people are going to do it. People that are kind of a clown about what they say. Everyone says they want this or that. Everybody's a dreamer, a wisher. But how many people actually take the next step further and do what it takes to make the dreams and their wishes a reality? Well, this is a big part of that. This is where it gets real. If you're, just in a clown phase right now where you don't really mean what you say and what you're dreaming about and what you're wishing about, or if you do mean it. If you do mean it, stuff here has got to go. There's only 24 hours in a day. You got to sleep, you got to eat, you got responsibilities, you got your priorities. There's stuff over here that just has to go. Otherwise, you're not going to fit in any time to build something up residually that will set you free. I can't stress that enough, that it's so important. So get rid of some stuff over here and bring it back later if you want, after this column of your priorities is in order. So that's going to be the best way to get some time every day that you can spend on a home business that you really believe in, that you can build it up residually so that you can be set free. Just get rid of stuff over here and swap out that time for something that, like, a new priority could be my business, because my business is going to help all these other things in my priority finally be able to happen, right? You got to connect the dots between your business and your dreams and funding this and opening up time for that. Like, your business is the ultimate resource. Owning a business and becoming a business owner and nurturing that and growing that is the single most intelligent thing anybody can do, because it's going to be the thing that helps everything else happen for you. It's going to be, connect the dots between growing a successful business that builds residual income, to connect the dots from that to all of your priorities being in alignment and thriving, because that's what it is. So put your business in the priority column, okay?